The audacious blueprint, known as Project 2025, a right-wing manifesto aimed at dismantling the federal government, has shocked progressives and ignited a fierce national debate. Initially conceived by the Heritage Foundation, a hard-right think tank with a 4-decade history of crafting such policy proposals, Project 2025 envisioned sweeping cuts to government spending, significant rollbacks of LGBTQ+ protections, and the dismantling of diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) initiatives. Its architect, Paul Dans, the former director of the project, recently admitted that the reality of the Trump administration's actions has surpassed even his most ambitious expectations. Initially, Democratic attacks on the project proved effective enough to force then-candidate Trump to publicly distance himself, claiming he had nothing to do with it. The ensuing damage control within the Trump campaign led to Dan's dismissal from his position at the Heritage Foundation in July. However, with Trump's return to power, the situation has drastically changed. Now, under the second Trump administration, the president, bolstered by his chief ally and significant donor, Elon Musk, has embarked on a radical reshaping of the federal government. Thousands of federal employees have already lost their jobs, and a wave of deregulation, particularly concerning climate change, has swept across numerous agencies. Simultaneously, a concerted assault on DEI initiatives, both real and perceived, has become a defining characteristic of this administration's approach. It's actually way beyond my wildest dreams, Dans, now a lawyer and government relations consultant, told Politico. It's not going to be the easiest road to hoe going forward. The deep state is going to get its breath back here, but the way that they've been able to move and kind of upset the orthodoxy, and at the same time really capture the imagination of the people, I think portends a great 4 years. Dan's comments underscore the deep ideological divisions within the country. The term deep state, a favorite talking point among right-wing activists and a cornerstone of the conspiracy theories surrounding Trump, refers to a perceived permanent government bureaucracy working to undermine the president's agenda. Steve Bannon, a close Trump advisor and a prominent disseminator of this conspiracy theory, has infamously dismissed believers as nutcases. Despite the controversy, Dans deflects questions regarding recent criticisms of Project 2025 from Chris LaCivita, co-chair of Trump's campaign and a former target of Dan's own complaints. He carefully avoids explicitly equating Trump's agenda with Project 2025, stating, "I'm not saying they are one and the same. I'm saying that directionally they have a lot in common, but so do great minds." Musk's role as the head of the newly formed Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, has generated significant controversy, fueled by accusations of conflicts of interest between his efforts to streamline government and the potential benefits accruing to his own businesses. Musk vehemently denies any such conflicts. However, the influence of Project 2025 is undeniable. Several key figures who authored the plan now hold prominent positions within the Trump administration. One notable example is Russell Vought, a self-described Christian nationalist, now serving as director of the Office of Management and Budget. Dan's assessment of the current situation is bold and sweeping. "I think what we're engaging in is going to be a constitutional debate on the order of what happened in Philadelphia in the summer of 1787. This dramatic comparison to the Founding Fathers' deliberations highlights the magnitude of the changes underway and the potential for long-lasting consequences. Musk's aggressive pursuit of budget cuts and staff reductions, facilitated by the widespread adoption of AI, has proven controversial. While Dans praises the advent of AI and technicians like Elon Musk for the first time, providing a holistic view of the government, Musk's actions have also resulted in negative impacts on his own businesses. Dans defends the administration's controversial actions, including the potential elimination of the Department of Education, a move seemingly favored by Trump, and the significant restructuring of the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID. He dismisses concerns about unfair treatment of federal employees, suggesting that a systemic perspective is necessary. He further defends the evisceration of USAID, a move not explicitly advocated for in Project 2025, by claiming a complete perversion of its mission under the previous Biden administration. Despite the controversies and criticisms, Dan's confident assertion that the changes are going to be a constitutional debate on the order of what happened in Philadelphia in the summer of 1787 underscores the magnitude of the shift in the American political landscape and the deeply divisive nature of the changes implemented under the current administration. The long-term consequences remain to be seen, but one thing is certain. Project 2025 has undeniably left its mark on the nation. The full ramifications of this ambitious, controversial plan are still unfolding, and the debate surrounding its impact will undoubtedly continue for years to come.